Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then hi. This is for Froggy Friday, and with it being Valentine's Day soon, I thought I'd do something mushy and sweet and valentine-y. I don't do Valentines. It's a money-making racket. If you can't say I love you to somebody every day of the year, then why do it for just the one? Oh, I'm gonna get out of my cynical head now. And sorry, I got these for £1, I think. Yeah, the little red hearts. And I wasn't sure if they would react in the resin to colour the resin or if it was just going to be okay. So your guess is as good as mine. Um, I use alcohol markers to draw the hearts on and just colour the toes. I had to go over the hearts a couple of times because the silicone kept wanting to it up. Yes, that's a real word. Sorry, I'm being a daft muppet. Um, so I've done my one-to-one resin on my heat mat separately to get rid of most of the bubbles. And you can see me there. I'm trying to get this line out, thinking, what is that? And it's actually my light above me, shining on the resin. That's how my eyes work. They are stupid. So yeah, there was nothing actually in my resin. It was just the light. So now I'm trying to get this in here. And no, I don't get any resin on my fingers. It was really good, actually. I remember to use a tool. A tool for a tool. Anyway, I think I need to get some more sleep. I'm putting this sticker in. I also got a pack of these for about £1. Where did I get them from? The range. I got them from the range in the UK. Um, and I do have to sit and watch this for a while. And see that fly? Stupid thing keeps wanting to get on camera. Where they keep coming from? Terrors. I do have to keep watching this resin because the heart does want to keep slipping back up. And I've not quite put enough in, so I am just topping it up a little bit. And every now and again, I'm having to just squish it back down again. So I want to keep it in that, well, the bum shape is exactly the same shape as the bottom of the heart, so that's perfect. And I'm using alcohol to get rid of the bubbles, and then um, the rest of the resin I've got there, because I'm doing this in two parts, will be filled with hearts and put into the little houses that's at the side of me. And I shall keep watching it, like I said, and make sure it doesn't bow back out. And I've put it to one side out of the way, but it's there for when I need it. So yeah, I'm doing two things in this one. And I just threw them in. Just threw them in. There was no rhyme or reason for that. I didn't mean to. But actually, there was enough. And as I started to mix it, I did realise that the resin was actually going a little bit pink. So these do run. So you've got to be really careful not to over mix them, not to keep moving them too much because the colour will run. And I wanted this to be quite clear. Um, uh, is it still clear when it's done? I'd say so. But you can tell some of them lose the colour. So as you saw, I've not mixed it too vigorously. And I'm just going to pour them into the houses and kind of basically hope for the best. And then as I'm pouring it, it just went plop, 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 plop. Oh, there we go, look, plop it up. And I really should have fast forward this bit, but it is fascinating to watch them just go plop. But I do end up putting far too much in some of them. And because the hearts are in there, there's no real control over it. So some of them, when they just plop, they do just plop. So you can see I'm scraping the resin out across to the other one just to try and thin it out a bit. And ideally, I should have put some lights in this, I think. I've got, how many houses have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. See, I can count. So I've got 12 houses, excuse me. And as I'm filling them up, I'm thinking, well, I've got quite a bit left here. That's way too much. So I have to grab something that I've already started filling up. I think it's quite cute. The way it fills up at the bottom. It looks like it's wearing shorts. But these houses, I do like these houses. They're really quite dinky. I have no idea what to do with them other than put lights in, which I didn't do, so that's silly. But I suppose I could just UV some on the back. I don't know. We'll have to see. These are just extras for no reason whatsoever. I might even put them into some sort of scenery. Anyway, you know what? You lot can decide what I do with them because I ain't got a clue. But that's me showing you. It's going pinkish in the pot. So yeah, if you know what to do with these houses, please let me know. Because I don't know. I have no idea. Other than sticking lights in them. And this is my little bear. I do like the little bear. And the green is from the last frog that I had too much left over from. So I just chucked all this in there. And it just went bloop. What is with the sounds today? Hey. And obviously you can't see because my big hand's in the way. It looks big on here. And yeah, I'm wearing nail varnish. It don't last 2 seconds, but I'm wearing it. And I'm scraping it out with my spoon. I found this plastic spoon, and it must have been from when, well, kids' food pots when they were younger. I don't know where it suddenly appeared from, but it's brill, especially for resin. Gets exactly what I need out of the pot. It's brill, absolutely fantastic. Cheap as chips, because I didn't know I'd even got it. So yeah, it's to go with them little like yogurt pots that you used to feed kids. And that's got to be, whoa, 20 odd years. That spoon's about 20 odd years old. Must have kept it for some reason. I have no idea what that reason was, but now I know that it comes in handy. And as usual, I'm being tight and not wasting a drop. So I'm scraping it out. So I'm going to put those, I'm just going to go around the edges and sort of like get some more out and pop it in there. Then I'm going to spray it with some alcohol to get rid of any bubbles, which I do think I'm going to get bubbles because with the hearts, with there being a lot of them and bubbles get trapped in between, I do think I'm going to get a fair amount of bubbles. I mean, this resin is absolutely brilliant. I don't usually have any problems, but I think I'm going to get it with these. Because I couldn't mix them well enough because I didn't want them to bleed everywhere. Bleeding heart. Oh dear. So yeah, I'm going to get bubbles, especially on the front of these houses, and I think under the chin of the frog. So we shall see. But I'm still faffing with this. As you can see, I'm not wasting anything. Try and get as much up as I possibly can. Give it a quick spray again. But I will be keeping an eye on this, just like I was with the frog, because the frog does need to be kept an eye on, because that's sticker. So I shall be back in a second with the second part of the frog. So again, I'm putting the hearts in, and the sticker is right where I need it to be. Oh, I also forgot to say that I use the markers for the eyes. That was a bit tricky, trying to get right into them little holes. I have got eyes, but I wanted to do something different with these ones because I wanted to see if the resin would pick up off the silicone and see if it would actually be set when it's done so it won't come off. Now, I have tried to scrape it off when it's done, and I would like to say it doesn't come off, but I can't. If you scrape it hard enough, it will. But if you're being a normal human being and not trying to batter the heck out of the frog, then it's fine. But it looks really nice in this frog. Oh, I like it. And I couldn't get it into the toes. I didn't want it in the toes because they're too big. So it's a bit of a clear and red-hearted frog. It's cute. I like it. And so I'm going in the top here with the favourite tool. I still don't know what that's called, you know. I just call it my favourite tool. And I'm trying to be very careful not to get resin everywhere. Do I get resin everywhere? Yes. Was I careful? Possibly not. So yeah, I plop it in and it just goes there, everywhere. I'm getting as close to the toes as I possibly can. I'm trying to just get the hearts because it is a bit of a pain because I don't want any more resin until end when I need to top it up. I want to try and get the hearts in as much as possible. And see, I've chucked everywhere. I'm a messy moo. But again, not wasting anything. I'm popping it in. And I love how when you've got resin on stuff, it's just dead easy to pick up with a silicone tool. And I'm trying to get the bubbles out and faff and make sure there's enough resin in the actual tutsies. And it looks quite full from here, but it's not. It's far from it. It needs more. But I'm being really, well, trying to be really, really careful. I didn't want it to flood. I swear this frog's on its way out, you know, but it still keeps doing its job. When it's had plaster of Paris in it, it's had resin in it. I think I had some clay in it at some point. Yeah, water. It's had ink all over it. It's had paint on it. Ooh, paint. It's had all sorts on it. I mean, some parts of it are still dyed a bit green from the nail part, oh no, not nail varnish, not nail polish, nail, that shiny stuff that's a nail powder. There we go. Good grief, my brain. Anyway, are you sick of hearing me yet? Because I am. But again, I'm trying to get into all those toes, making sure there's no little holes forming, no bubbles, no holes forming. I meant no bubbles. But then that toe's got too much in it, and I'm just going to make sure that I'm topped up as far as I can possibly be. Now, where did I shove that resin? Because that's not all gone in there. Do you know, I can't remember. I must have shoved it in something. I did the houses, I did the creature, the teddy bear. Oh my days, it was only a couple of days ago, and I don't remember what I did with the rest of the resin. Ooh, did I chuck it all in? I can't have done. That's a lot. Does anybody else have memory issues? As bad as me? I think I'm going senile. Oh, I've gone senile and forgot I've gone senile. Oh dear. I'm waffling on again. So I'm going to spray it with some alcohol and then leave it as it is on the heat mat and keep an eye on it just to check there's no more bubbles. And now it's time to demold. What did I do with that resin? I have no idea. Oh, I topped up the rest of the beer. That's what I did because it wasn't quite full. Oh, do you know? If I had a brain, I'd be dangerous. Eesh. Ah, my word. But yeah, these houses are really sweet, but you can see there's silver through the red where it's bled. I quite like it. Gives it a bit of a different look. Oh, I don't even know what I'm saying. But it needs a bit of overpour peeling off. And yeah, there is definitely teeny tiny bubbles around the windows. But they are so sweet. I just don't know what to do with them. Please, somebody give me an idea with them. I mean, lights or a tea light in the middle, I don't know. They're just really cute. My cat is now tapping me on the shoulder, telling me that she wants feeding. It's that time of night again. But yeah, I don't know what to do with him. There's quite a bit of cut-off need doing. And this one is an absolute nightmare to get open. And I'm doing a nerdy trick. Nerdy goblin art. She shoves things in it. Well, that's the first thing I could get my hand on. It's a crochet hook. I can crochet. Sort of. I'm not brilliant at it. I haven't got the patience for it. But yeah, I can. I must get back to it actually because I did enjoy it. But I use the crochet hook for mostly anything else but crochet. So once I've got it unsuctioned from the sides, there is a word for it. Well, that's not the word for it. That's the only word I can think of. So I'm going to peel it out and plop. I think it looks cute. It looks like it's wearing heart pants. And I'm going to highlight the eyes, nose, ears and the heart in a bit of grey, just something subtle. And I'm going to use that on the frog too. Now, fingers crossed. The toes are very soft. Softer than I'm used to. I was going to consider leaving it a little bit longer, but I'm impatient, wanted to get the video done, and yeah, it worked out okay. So they weren't as bad as I thought they were. They're all healed now. Healed? Not healed. Cured. There we go. Ay, ay, ay. So it's all nice and hard. But I just love the twinkle of these love hearts. They look really nice. And I have got a ton of these like cutouts somewhere. So I might be using more of them up and get them gone. So yeah. I just hope they don't. I'm just gonna have to be careful how I mix them so they don't bleed. But there it is. There's his head, and there's a bit of cut off need doing. There is a couple of bubbles underneath his chin. Not many, but look at that. It's come out really clean. It's took all the dye off. And there he goes. No! Mr. Lover Lover. It's Mr. Froggy. Or is it Mrs. Froggy? I think I turned it into a Mrs. Froggy. And he has... Oh, I know what I was going to call it. It's Romeo and Juliet, because I stick something else on it at the end, and you'll see it in the pictures. Look, he's got love heart eyes. How sweet. Oh God, am I sounding mushy? I think I am. Ugh. I use the grey to highlight his mouth. Her mouth. His mouth. I don't know. But it's Romeo and Juliet anyway, but I use a Shrinky Dink to make a butterfly and stick that on with some flowers, and it looks so sweet. I like it. So yes, he has a girlfriend, but she's different, and that's okay. We can have different. Thank you for watching. I shall see you next time. Bye bye.
Shadows light the thing, Goth unicorn with a blackened wing. Happy she dances under moonlit nights, creating beauty, spurring on delight. Her hooves tap softly to the softest bells, crafting wonders in her secret spells. From threads of silver and whispers bright, a tapestry woven in the dark of night. Her hooves tap softly to the softest bells, crafting wonders in her her secret spells. From threads of silver and whispers bright, a tapestry woven in the dark of night. Goth unicorn